And it's a block of Skid Row-ish bands. We heard something from Fallon, original lead singer of Skid Row, and of course Skid Row, and Pin Siren with Sister Whiskey, and Spread Eagle with Switchblade Serenade. So
that's right.
You got a little overdose of New Jersey bands. New Jersey rock, man.
Dude, that all sucked. None of it sounded like Purple, man.
It's funny that, we run into the certain times in music history where, there are bands that try to sound like other bands because that's, what the record label was hunting for. It's just like, well, if we could find another Skid Row, if we could find another Bon Jovi, or if we could find another, whatever, it's just like, it's just overload. It's just like, well, why don't you let Skid Row have their own sound and stop hunting for another band that sounds just like Skid Row?
Yeah. And back then it wasn't only the sound, it was the look too.
Yeah, of course.
I know I talked to Mark Starachi a few months ago, and Mark was saying about they would be out and their manager would be like, look at those guys' clothes. You got to have clothes like those guys. Mm-hmm. So then they would go and have clothes made like those guys, whoever those guys were. And then it just would fail instantly.
Yeah.
It just because people look at it and go, oh, that's fucking lame.
Oh, well, I think one of the biggest victims of the whole image thing was what's his name? The guy who did the stroke, Billy
Squier. Yeah.
Yeah. He tried to adopt this look in his video. Was it Rock Me Tonight?
Rock Me Tonight. Yeah.
And it just destroyed his career.
Yeah. His career ended literally with that video.
It's just that video alone because of adopting some look or, trying to copy a fashion or something like that. It just like destroyed his whole career.
It did. It just was bad.
It was horrible.
Yeah. Just not his best move. That is for damn sure. He really,
but I guarantee you it probably wasn't his idea. It was probably some record executive or some advisor and said, you need to look like this.
Yeah.
And this was the MTV video age and vision was everything. And, you gotta have this look, and that's the whole thing. Everybody was looking for a certain whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. This was just poor. Look at this shit.
But but it destroyed his career.
Sure did. Ugh.
What guy dances around his apartment like that?
Nobody. No straight guy. You know what, though? I have to admit, with Billy Squier, I'll let this video play, but we could talk over it. I always thought this guy was gay.
Yeah.
He's not. He's like been married forever.
Yeah, I know. I think we talked about that on the show before, but yeah, he comes off as a bit effeminate, a
bit.
Well, in this video especially, but prior to this, he didn't come off that effeminate. He was just sort of like a, whatever. But this whole
the
thing,
skipping and shit.
Was
you
just
see this director? Okay, now swing your arms.
Right.
Yeah, rip the shirt. Yeah. Right.
Now
put on this pink shirt.
The thing is if this was today's artist, and you criticized it, you would be homophobic.
Of course.
Homophobic.
Yeah, this video is so bad.
Yeah, well,
all the skipping and shit. What was he doing?
Well, he was probably taking direction that this was probably, whatever. This again, image drove everything in this era of music.
I know, but there was nobody that was doing this image. Who else did this image? Fucking Boy George?
Well, I think you might be right.
Trying to like a Men at Work video.
Well, see, you're mentioning bands that kind of had these, I don't know what you want to call them, gay overtones.
Faggy overtones.
Exactly.
This is so.
I mean, what is this big steel thing hanging in the middle of the room? What is that?
I don't know. Where was this guy? I mean, this is Lonely as the Night guy. Lonely as the Night and the Stroke and stuff like that. Why doesn't he just say, no, I'm not going to dance around like a fruit? Why did he say, okay, I'll do that?
Because he probably had some manager saying, this is going to take you way over the top. You've been successful so far, but this is really going to, take you over the top.
Yeah, it sure didn't.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It just destroyed his career. It's awful.
It really did wreck him.
Yep.
But the saddest part about the whole thing, that album actually is pretty good.
Yeah.
No one remembers that part other than this song. The rest of the album was pretty goddamn good. All people remember is this fruity video.
Of course.
It's like the gay Sammy Hagar at the same time.
Yeah, because it was just so over the top. It was just faggy. And attitudes changed since then, that this today, in today's world, this would be the norm.
Yeah. He probably he wouldn't even get noticed now. I guess it worked. He certainly got noticed. I mean, people remember it. We remember it like it was yesterday. That was fucking 40 years ago.
Well, that's because we as guys, we look at this and go, what a fucking faggot.
Dude, that was the worst, man. I was a huge Billy Squier fan.
Oh, dude, the Lonely as the Night and My Kind of Lover and the Stroke and
Motions in Motion. All that.
Everybody listened to Billy Squier. He had some big records and big songs. And when I was DJing in the club in the late 80s, we were playing Billy Squier songs all the time.
Hell yeah. I mean, I was such a fan. And I remember getting the album and I was like, yeah, cool, get this album. And then this fucking video came out and all my buddies were like, aren't you a fan of that guy? I was like, no. No. Oh, yeah, that's really bad.
Yeah. Just bad news.
Yeah. But I guess it didn't hurt him too bad. He's still out there doing it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he had a lot of songs, a lot of hits.
He did have a lot of hits. Yeah, he probably had 10 hits, don't you think?
Oh, easily.
So he had like 3 on the first record, 3 on the or not the first record, but the first Don't Say No was the first big record, I think.
Mm-hmm.
He had at least 3 on that. He had Lonely as the Night, he had The Stroke, and My Kind of Lover, I think, was on that, wasn't it? Or was that on Emotions in Motion? But he had My Kind of Lover, he had Emotions in Motion, he had that song, even though it's fucking awful. It was still a hit.
Yeah.
Rock Me Tonight. Then what was that song? All Night Long? That was him too, right? Make you all night long. Don't you want to live?
Yeah. Not the Lionel Richie song.
No, not that one. All Night Long. I know that one too.
Exactly.
Grew up in that era.
You tell me, what is the issue?
He's a fag.
Oh, jeez. Take it easy there, fucking Tony.
Speaking of that, old Polly Walnuts died.
Polly Walnuts kicks the bucket. That just fucking sucked. Dude, in one day, in literally 24 hours, Polly Walnuts and Santino Corleone.
Yeah.
James Caan died too.
And James Caan died.
What a fucking bad week this was.
And what was it, just 2 weeks ago that Henry Hill died?
No, Henry Hill's been dead for a while, hasn't he?
I'm talking about his character.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I was going to say, he's been dead for years, hasn't he?
Not the real Henry Hill.
Right.
Ray Liotta.
Yeah, Ray Liotta died, yeah. Wow, the mob guy's going on. Fucking getting whacked by God.
Exactly. God hates us all.
Well, God hates
Slayer.
God hates great gangsters anyway. Jeez.
Exactly. Hey, caller, you're on the air.
Slayer. Hi guys.
Hey, what's up, Tim? Team James.
I'm ringing you to let you know Billy Squier is a multi-millionaire.
Well, I'm sure he is. I mean, you know, he was a
No,
successful guy. I mean, he may have branched out outside of